Hey, Gary here with you, day 48, AI blogging, jumping straight into Groove Blog. I wanted to go back here and sort this by older first, just so we can go back and take a look at our first post. The simple trick, how to memorize the planets in order, was published April 15th. So that was April 15th. Today is June 1st. As we keep moving towards day 100, a random number chosen by me to show sort of the complete progress and give this enough time to start ranking and showing if anything at all is possible with just using AI to create the content. So here we are inside of Google Search Console. You can see, of course, we started at 0 like everyone does, like we all do. And you can see clicks and impressions coming along here up till May 31st. And then, of course, we have this data that we're collecting about queries and the different pages that are getting clicks and impressions. So all that is going to be very valuable. So what I've done right now is I've decided to take out the best keywords or anything with a transactional or a buyer intent. Now, this one is the beginner telescope recommendations blog post. It is an informational search post, but really people are looking for, or they're beginning to think about looking at buying a telescope because they're looking for recommendations. So what I did is I created this best buying products blog post, and I'm going to be organizing all of those together. And right now I'm working on these three right here: best laser pointer, best red light or red flashlight, and best spotting scope, all for astronomy. And I'm going to have Koala Writer write those. Actually, if you go to bulk mode and go to the article queue, you can see here laser pointer, red light, and spotting scope have all finished under the bulk mode, under the queue. Now, if I was to take that and just copy it for what we have here based upon Koala writing the post using the bulk, and we take it back and we look for the keywords. Of course, we have all of our keywords here. And I find those best keywords in Rank IQ just by applying the filter of best. And then it gives me the keywords here. And you can see the ones that I've checked off here in this case that have the potential to rank very fast, fast, and fast. But if you go and you look at the reports, you go in here and you can see the report for best spotting scope for astronomy. Of course, we want to try to use all of these topics, or all of these words, these keywords that Google likes. And it provides all this other context for the title analysis, as well as the top ranking titles with competition, as well as this highest graded contents and SERPs. And looking at this best spotting scope, it actually takes you down, or it shows you sort of a crossover here where best wildlife and stargazing spotting scopes under $550 is actually from a Best Binoculars review site. So this is a site that's just talking about best binoculars, and they're talking about wildlife and stargazing using these scopes, whereas we'll just be talking about the scopes as they apply to astronomy. Just a side note, when you're creating content, or you're thinking about creating content and your competition, sometimes your competition is not in your niche. They are something like that, a product review site. But we'll go over to the content optimizer, and here we'll go ahead and paste in the article that we got from Koala. And you can see that is the full article. It's updating as we pasted it in. You can see here the grade of C, and words are a little off. We need about 500 more words. But the reason, or the main reason it gets a grade of C, is because we have these unused keywords. And if you go back to Koala, you can see here when Koala does this Amazon Roundup post, typically it adds a buying guide, but it doesn't add a conclusion. So my thought process is, looking at the details, again, you can see the article type here is an Amazon product roundup. What I'll do is I'll go back into Rank IQ, and again, looking at the unused words here, I'll grab those unused words, go back to ChatGPT and use ChatGPT to write a conclusion based upon the article here, have it read this article, either paste this information in to ChatGPT, or if it's too many words, it's around 2,000 words, so I think it can read it. But if it can't, then I can publish the post and then have one of the plugins go and read the post after I publish it, and then add a conclusion based upon all of these keywords, or at least the unused keywords, and that'll bring this grade up here to an A++ for sure. The next thing that I'm working on in this update that I'm going to be showing you as we keep going towards day 100 is I am working with the plugins over in ChatGPT, and I had it list the H1 and the H2 titles from the blog post with the thought process of the next step inside of this chat to start looking at the images and see if ChatGPT can go and at least find the images, and then I can download them and put them into the blog post. But you can see here that it had a problem. It went through the web pilot. It said, here are the URLs of relevant images, but it said here, I couldn't find a specific image for this title. And then you can see here, please note that the search results may vary and it might be beneficial to use more general search terms or to search directly on the image sites for best results. Then I just simply ask it, can you give me a list of image sites for the best results? And it gave me a list of royalty-free stock images, which of course, that could be easily be found by Google. And speaking of Google and images, I just got this email about Bard, an AI experiment from Google. Of course, Bard is a language model that is in competition with what they're doing over at OpenAI, because OpenAI is backed by Microsoft and integrated with Bing. But you can see here, Bard just got more visual. Bard will now provide images in response to illustrate concepts, bring recommendations to life, and give you a richer experience. Visualize your creative explorations, get more helpful responses. And here, this is the key. If I'm going to use Bard to look for images, to know where the images come from, Bard will include source links for each image thumbnail shared so you can verify where it came from and explore further. So in the next update, I'll probably go back to this and look at these H2 titles. Well, not the conclusion, but the ones about asteroids. Really, I'm just looking for images for asteroids that I can use. Of course, I can go over to NASA and get the images there, but I'm looking at ways to use AI to go at least find the images and then let me pull them down. And if they have the rights, or if I can get the rights to use them on my blog, then I'll definitely do that. So that will include me going back and taking a look at Bard, this part of Bard where they just sent me introducing image responses, which I thought was pretty cool. It aligned to what I was thinking and what I was doing, and it just out of the blue, Bard sent me, or Google sent me, this email about Bard and the thing they're doing with images and allowing you to find images and of course know where those images came from, and of course know what rights that you might possibly have if you want to use them in your content. So if you're having fun and this is helping you out, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you want to see in the next update and the updates as we keep going to day 100 to see what happens with this AI blogging experiment. I appreciate you watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.